Okay, so for those of you using Listing Booster, have used Listing Booster, or thought about using Listing Booster, this next week we're going to be launching formally Keyboom. And what it is an interactive property search portal on smart televisions. We're the only one in the country who has it. Zillow doesn't have it, Realtor.com doesn't have it, Redfin doesn't have it. We have it. The cool thing is, you can get a lead by simply clicking a remote from your television. It's in every market in the country, and it's going to be a part of Listing Booster. So if you're thinking about using Listing Booster, or you want to learn more about it, because going to a real estate agent and saying, if you're working with me, we're going to be able to put you and your properties on televisions where you can get lead, is a very, very compelling thing to say. So if you'd like to learn more about it, please click this banner right over there, and we'll let you know how it works. Okay, so, me and Frank, we have been looking at this real estate and lending stuff right now for nearly a decade. Every single day. And I'll tell you, it feels like, Frank, we've heard it all, right?
Yep.
Except this.
This guy, Justin McCrory, sold his house to Tamara Holloway in what was a normal, everyday transaction, meaning the closing was delayed at least 3 times.
It happens all the time in closing. The closing got pushed back 3 times.
That part's true.
By the way, it really was delayed, which is kind of funny, but nevertheless, they were always in contract. So anyways, after the house sells, guess what happens?
What? What happens, Brian? Oh, tell me. Please tell me.
Nothing!
What do you mean, nothing?
Now, this is where it gets really weird. Nothing happened. I mean, nothing. The house was sold, the house was recorded, then Justin decided that he was just going to do nothing. He made no attempt to move out of the house that he just sold under normal circumstances, not duress, not short sold, not foreclosed, just sold the house. And he decided that he was going to keep living in the house as if nothing took place. Now the question really is here, guys, what the hell do you do?
So he sells his house and he just stays there. Just lives there. Not moving, not at all. It's interesting because, again, there's nothing that the buyer can do. I mean, at least nothing that's going to have immediate results.
So it turns out this poor gal, Tamara, had to go through eviction proceedings, which means getting the process dealt with could literally take months to conclude. So really, what's the remedy?
Assuming you don't have a rent back period, which could create its own potential problems. Better said, try to avoid rent backs at all costs, right? And make sure you take possession of the keys at the closing. Sometimes it's the little details that can make a big difference.
All right, so the GAO, the Government Accountability Office, had found problems with the CFPB's record keeping for the financial year 2015. They didn't have policies in place to guarantee its financial statements were prepared with accepted standards. Yeah, this led to inaccuracies in its financial statements, go figure.
And upon learning this, Director Corduroy said his agency is addressing the issue. Not sure how, but rest assured, the CFPB's addressing this. Addressing it. If ever there was a case of the pot calling the kettle black, the CFPB telling you that your systems are inadequate is like having a dentist with rotten teeth. Question.
Yeah, question here, Frank. Is somebody going to find the CFPB into oblivion for finding fault with their operations? Or is the GAO just, okay with the director's assurance that we're dealing with it? Now, I wonder if the CFPB was on the congressional budget and accountable to Congress, that their books might be a little bit tighter. Because I'm thinking probably. Truth be told, if I had a bottomless pit of money, I'd probably not balance my checkbook either.
Okay, check this out. Something that's going to affect rates next week by affecting the United States equity market and is a little thing that's called Brexit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Bet you never heard of that.
Well, a few years ago, a guy named Paul Revere famously announced, "The British are coming, the British are coming." Now, we not so famously are going to announce, "The British are leaving, the British are leaving." So what are we talking about?
Well, all it is, the destruction of the European Union. Nothing big.
Right.
That's because Britain's gonna get out. They're gonna exit. Thus, Brexit. Get it?
The vote's not till the 23rd of this month, a couple of days away, but all indications are they're out of there. And according to Fitch Ratings, they expect some mortgage loan performances to weaken due to lower housing prices, higher interest rates, and falling commercial property values.
And because banks, both European and US, will have to move more staff to Europe to deal with the additional regulatory burden to continue operating. And what this stands to do is possibly tighten margins, and as a result, cost us more money at the pump. And when I say pump, I mean rates.
So why do we tell you this? Well, first of all, watch for the vote on the 23rd, and if the Brits leave, it's going to have an effect on our market. The question at this point is just how much. We'll find out.
The British are leaving! The British are leaving!
I know. They've always kind of marched to their own drum.
They have.
They never did that whole stupid metric thing the rest of the world is on, just like us.
I know.
Got great music.
Have you ever ate their the bacon and brie sandwich? It's a British pub sandwich.
I have.
Bacon and brie.
I have.
Oh, and the grilled onions. It is so good. It is so good.
Yeah.
They do a lot of things right.
Listen, do not give them wrenches because they can't make a car that doesn't break down.
Right.
But they can play a guitar like nobody's business.
That's true.
And vice versa. Don't give Germans guitars and guns.
No.
Give them wrenches to build cars.
There you go. We've got it all figured out.
Somebody's going to get ticked off at that.
You guys have a great, fabulous day. We'll catch you tomorrow here at the National Real Estate Post. Leave your comments down below. Forward, share, subscribe. See you later.
Remember those old commercials when they had the German comedians and they were really bad? Good evening, ladies and germs. And it just totally didn't work. Remember that?
No.
Anyways.
No.
All right, bye.
See.